Chapter 25. Jay. Jacob had thought they were goners as those giant ants, or gants, as Ina had called them, started to organize and build the bridge. If only we had left just 10 minutes earlier, he thought. And then the big Samoan had screamed like a maniac and swung a log like a baseball bat. When the ant's corpse had flown over their heads and splashed down behind them, and the man screamed home run, Jacob started to get nervous. What is a home run? Ina had asked. It's a baseball term. That's a sport. A sport is like a game. Ina side-eyed the ant's floating corpse. Seems like a violent game. Jacob was proud of how gently he had brought in the raft. The two men had already dropped down. The big guy was leaning against the small, older Asian man like he was drunk, eyes half shut. Permission to come aboard, bro? The big guy mumbled. See? Jacob said, glancing at Ina. Permission granted. Some help, please. He's about to pass out, the smaller Asian man said as Manu's large frame started to swallow the poor man. Jacob helped Lou guide him onto the raft, which dipped a bit with the big man's weight. As soon as they were settled, Jacob kicked off from the rock and the raft floated. Manu was already snoring. Ina was sitting in a corner of the raft as far away from the new people as possible, which wasn't very far. Welcome aboard. I'm Jacob, and this is my first mate, Ina, said Jacob. He extended his hand toward Lou, but Lou just looked at Ina and then at Jacob and furrowed his brow. Maybe they didn't shake hands in Japan, Jacob thought. You were in the crash, right? In the distance, the ants had finally completed their bridge and had stormed the rock to find it empty. Yes, I'm Lou, and this is Manu. We met after the crash on that island. We had a third, but he didn't make it. His name was Mark. Sorry to hear that. I almost didn't make it myself. Ina over there pulled me from the crash and we made it to that volcano island. There's a nice guy that lives there named Obbs. He didn't want to come with us, though. Have you seen any other survivors? I saw some people. Oh. Have you seen any other survivors? I saw some people's bodies in the plane, and someone got attacked by a shark while I was getting out. You? Lou recounted the initial crash, including the raft that floated away on the first day, then went into their stay on the island. With a groan, Manu started to wake up, and they redid introductions. Bro, I feel like I got run over by a bus. Just got 3 levels of barbarian, though. Jacob, I don't mean to be rude, but your head appears to be injured, said Lou. Oh, this. Jacob pointed at the bruising. Yeah, some Naga tried to mug me, and this nasty one named Celez knocked me out. Naga, said Manu. Oh yeah. Well, I guess that makes sense with you guys playing Survivor and Ant Hell. If you were thinking we just landed on unexplored islands on Earth, you'd be wrong. I don't know how, but we are on a completely different world now. Jacob thought for a moment. I see you already know about the level and skill stuff, but yeah, this world has magic and other races. The Naga are a race of fish people that live in the oceans here. Supposedly the humans here are at war with them, so they usually attack on sight. Lucky for you guys, we negotiated safe passage. Safe passage? You talked to them, said Lou. Well, not me, but Obbs, the guy who lives on that island, did for us. In any case, he warned us that the island coming up is sacred to them, and we should skip it, because they might attack us anyway if we go there. A whole new world? Are you sure? Said Manu. Yup. Where do we go? Obs made us a map and told us about a trade post about 5 days away where supposedly there are people that might help us. We don't really have a choice because the currents are taking us that way anyways. Where did you get that sword? Said Lou. Well, I'm told it's called a tide sword and the Naga use them, but this one belonged to Obs and he gave it to me. That looks fancy. And he gave it to you? For free? Said Lou. He said he didn't need it anymore. I see. And you were traveling to Hawaii for vacation? With your wife? Lou glanced at Ina. Whoa, bro, what? She's way too young for him. Manu, Jacob introduced her as his mate. Jacob's eyes went wide. No, I said first mate. That means she's second in command of the ship. How does no one know this? He glanced at Ina, who had pursed her lips. No, she was with her parents, who were sadly killed in the crash. He changed the subject. Speaking of skills and levels, I'm a level 6 captain and also have something called Oathkeeper. And she's got sneaky skills from sneaking around on the island back there. Sneaking around on the island with the nice old man that gave you all these gifts for free, Lou said with an edge of sarcasm. I'm not a thief, Ina started to say before Jacob cut her off. Yeah, she's not a thief, guys, said Jacob. If anything, I'm a collector, she continued. Jacob winced, not helping Ina. Jacob gave her a side eye. Seriously, guys, we didn't steal anything. I honestly don't think we could have left that island with anything he didn't want us to anyways. That guy knew magic. Bro, you guys got to meet a wizard? Man, I want to learn magic. We got to figure that out. Oh, that reminds me. I have some luggage here from the crash. Let us know if anything belonged to you, especially this. Jacob pulled the violin case out of the center of the raft. He popped the clasps and opened it. Please don't use that device, said Ina. Lou looked interested. Nah, not mine, bro. I just figured out how to use this rosin stuff on the bow, and then it actually makes sound. Jacob held it up to his neck. Ina shoved her fingers in her ears. Then he slid the bow across the strings. The loud shriek echoed out across the waves as the sun began to set. Bro!